Hello, Homestead. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now for a moment of silence.
Hello, Homestead. I'm Kelsey Nutter.
I'm Reagan Jones.
It's Thursday, February 8th, and time for today's episode of HHS In Depth.
On today's show, you'll learn about the award-winning radio and TV program, what takes place there, and the classes that are offered within it on a daily basis.
Peer tutoring is a class offered at Homestead that allows students to help others academically. You'll learn what it is and how you can get involved.
The show choir season is underway, and I'll bring you a story on how their competition season is going so far this year.
Next week is the annual Taste of Homestead, where you can sample all the different cuisine from many cultures that make up our student body.
And in this week's 2-minute drill, Garrett gets caught up with our gymnastics team.
We'll bring you all those stories and more, so stay tuned for today's episode of HHS In Depth.
Every week you watch HHS In Depth, but did you know that this is just one of the 5 different courses in the radio and TV program? For more information on the entire department, here's reporter Sydney Scholl.
Every week, you get to see just one aspect of the radio and television program here at Homestead, but the unique program offers up to 4 advanced-level broadcasting classes, ranging from sports radio coverage to music videos.
Once you get the prereq, which is Intro to Radio and TV, you can choose whatever path you want to go down. There's a radio broadcasting which deals with 91.1. Everything you do in the class are making things for the broadcast on the air of 91.1 FM. There's a TV broadcasting class, which is essentially HHS In Depth. We have a sports broadcasting and reporting class, which is kind of like radio, except instead of dealing with music, it's all sports. And the newest class we have at Homestead is called Advanced Audio and Video Production, and it's just how it sounds, where what the kids will make in that class are more elaborate.
Students involved in the program enjoy the freedom to interact and entertain with their audience through their live radio talk shows and be able to showcase their video production work for the school every week on HHS In Depth.
Well, what first got me interested in it was my older sister did radio her last year of school, and I thought it sounded interesting. You know, I've always been one to I like to tell stories. I like to kind of entertain, so obviously radio is sort of a natural fit for that.
I took the TV and radio classes at Homestead because my freshman year I was in a seminar class with my friend Jack, and he really enjoyed the classes. So I just took the intro class to get my feet wet in radio and TV, and then I just kind of fell in love and stayed in with the advanced TV class.
The radio and TV program provides opportunities for students to be involved in running a radio station, discovering new passions and career paths, and even learn valuable skills that reporters and creatives wouldn't usually learn until college.
The program is really cool for students to be involved with. We're giving them opportunities that they can't find anywhere else. It helps with any sort of nerves or fears of talking in front of people. Even though you're technically not in front of people, you're still learning how to talk and communicate with others.
Before this program, I really didn't know what I wanted to do with my life, and now I do. It's mostly telecommunications, going into audio production and whatnot like that. That's definitely something that I really love doing. I'm really passionate about it, and this program really introduced that to me.
With HHS In Depth, though, you have to interview people throughout the school and sometimes even outside of the school, so setting those up and talking to them face-to-face has helped me a lot with people skills.
Every student is able to take these courses, and if you're wanting to learn audio and video production as well as a foundation for journalism, be sure to write them in your schedule for the next school year. Reporting for HHS In Depth, I'm Sydney Scholl.
Biomed Club members will be having a meeting on Wednesday, February 14th after school from 2:45 to 3:15 in room 215, Mrs. Barron's room. They will be hosting a guest speaker, Mr. Ha, from IUPUI's Bioinformatics program. T-shirts will be distributed at the meeting if you ordered one. Go out with questions and snacks will be provided.
Students interested in engineering are invited to a presentation sponsored by the Minority Student Association. Frank Matelius, an African-American engineer at Depew, will share his experiences and insights with students on Tuesday, February 13th after school from 2:40 to 3:30 p.m. in room 206. This event is open to all students and snacks will be provided.
Don't forget that Anime Club meets today after school in room 924. Once again, Anime Club meets today after school in room 924.
Need help in math, science, English, or history? Go out to the cafeteria annex every Tuesday from 2:45 to 3:30 to receive help from HHS Tutor so you can ace that next test.
There's a class available here at Homestead that earns you credit for helping other students academically. Reporter Carson Clymer brings you a story on peer tutoring.
Peer tutoring, an elective class, is available to all students grades 10 and up that gives you great leadership and mentoring skills.
I got involved because I got nominated by a teacher, but I know that you can just sign up for it. You don't have to be nominated. And I started out, I was going to test it out to see if I liked it or not, and I ended up liking it, obviously, because I got to talk to the students, and I like helping people usually.
Many of the peer tutors receive similar questions at different times in the semester.
There's actually two most common. It's essay revisions and help with math. A lot of students struggle with math, so helping them get through that is always rewarding, and editing essays is one of my strengths, so I enjoy doing that as well.
The most common question I get is probably a math question or biology, but towards the end of the semester it's usually about essays, like the capstone, and revising and editing them.
Both the freshmen and the peer tutors that help them receive great skills that they can apply later on in life.
My favorite part is helping freshmen get prepared for their sophomore and junior year.
My favorite part about being a peer tutor is obviously helping people and interacting with the freshmen, but also improving my leadership skills and my communication skills, and kind of comparing myself to how I was as a freshman to them and seeing like what's different now.
If you want to get involved, make sure to sign up for the class when scheduling. For HHS In Depth, I'm Carson Clymer.
If the segment from last Friday about going west sparked your interest, please know that all applications are officially due tomorrow to Ms. Merkling or to Mr. Yeager. There is currently a wait list, and they are trying to fill the remaining seats to take a second SPV. Please email any questions, and again, applications and teacher recommendations are due by tomorrow.
Basket Weaving Club will meet today after school in Mrs. Ricker's room 204. Weave a basket of your choice, help choose a t-shirt design, and plan the visit to a local nursing home to teach residents how to weave a basket. They hope to see you there.
Seniors who are working towards an academic honors diploma or a technical honors diploma, if you have not yet turned in their diploma type verification form to Student Services, please do as soon as possible. You may be entitled to additional financial aid incentives. Any questions, see Ms. Bonif at Student Services.
The Homestead High School show choir season is well underway, and Reagan had a chance to get out and catch a few of their recent shows. Here's a story on how their season is progressing up to this point.
Congrats are due for Homestead Show Choir. This past weekend, Class Royale and Elite both won Grand Champ at Northrop, and their backup band, Anonymous Blue, won Best Instrumentals twice. But members of both choirs find joy in things other than going home with the biggest trophy.
My favorite part about show choir is probably just like going through warm-ups and like walking to stage, because it's really exciting. I know we can all like get like a little catty with each other sometimes, but like in the moment, like right before we got going on stage, was like a really good energy.
My favorite part about show choir is getting to perform at all of our different competitions after we've been working really, really hard for months.
My favorite part of show choir is definitely all the friends that I've created, because this is my 4th year and I'm still best friends with everyone that I was friends with in middle school show choir.
The two choirs at Homestead, Elite and Class Royale, are divided up to provide two different experiences in the world of performance.
Elite is I think we're connected better in Elite just because we're all girls, but at the same time, I think there's like an added dynamic in Royale, just having the guys there, like it's just a totally different sound. Yeah, we just get to do like more complex things.
Show choir is ever changing. Each new school year brings new members, new songs, and new themes for the shows. And while it's not always clear cut, the themes help bring the entire performance together.
Last couple years, Royale hasn't really had a theme. The show design we usually go with is just really like high energy songs just to keep people interested for the entire show. If I had to come up with a theme, it'd be like loosely about relationships.
So the theme of Elite's show this year is like the golden age of movies. During like the Great Depression, movies were an escape for some people. You could go to the movie and watch this beautiful world where nobody was sad. Everybody got to live the life they wanted to live. And so that's kind of how our show progresses. We start off, somebody's waking up in a dream, and by the end we're all movie stars and we're all singing together and we're great.
Show choir members spend much of their time together throughout the week. Their relationships formed shine through in what happens before each choir hits the stage.
My favorite pre-show ritual is my handshake with Grant. We made it up together. We do it on stage right before the closer, but we also do it like right before we go on stage because he stands next to me.
My favorite pre-show ritual is when we get in a big circle and we'll either sing part of our show or we'll talk about the things that we really need to work on, and then we'll just kind of like get together and try to make it so everybody has a great show, so we all enjoy performing as much as like we're doing well.
If you haven't had a chance to see them perform, the Homestead Show Choir Showcase is next Saturday, February 17th. Come out to support our art department and to see what other school show choirs have to offer. For HHS In Depth, I'm Reagan Jones.
Next week's Just Because Week things are as followed. Monday, Twins Day. Tuesday, Tacky Taurus Day. Wednesday, Valentine's Day. Thursday, Throwback Day. And Friday, Champions Together Spirit Day. Look for the flyers posted around the school for reminders of each day.
Film Club will meet Monday after school in Mrs. Ricker's room 113 to begin watching Season 2 of Stranger Things. Snacks will be provided and they hope to see you there.
Next week is the annual Taste of Homestead event, and Kelsey brings you a story over what you can expect when you come out next Tuesday.
Taste of Homestead, an event sponsored by the World Language Department, gives students a unique opportunity to emerge into new cultures and learn about their traditional dishes.
It's a free event, anybody can attend. I really encourage that everybody comes out because it's really fun. You get to support your fellow peers and their cultures and what kind of food that they're making.
I think that students should go to Taste of Homestead because you get to meet a lot of new people. You get to try different foods that you never thought you'd be able to try, and there's just a lot of different appetizers, desserts, and we also have a raffle, so at the very end you can write down who your favorite one was and we'll pick the winner.
This Homestead-sponsored event is both beneficial for students to immerse into different cultures and for students to share recipes from all around the world.
Taste of Homestead is very beneficial for many students because you get to look and see what other people eat in other countries and what other occasions and festivities that they have.
I really enjoy it because I get to not only make empanadas from where my mom's from in Argentina, but I get to see where other people are from, and it helps me understand my peers a little bit more, especially their culture and what it means to be part of their culture.
This free event, happening on February 13th, is showcasing foods from 6 continents in more than 25 different countries that students, faculty, and family can learn all about.
I was able to meet new people and try new foods that I never thought I'd be able to even try. And it was just a fun experience and something that I was very glad to be a part of.
If you do decide to come, we greatly appreciate if you bring a can to donate to the food bank. And when you do come, all you have to do, it's a couple hours, you just come out and you can try all the different foods that people have made, and you'll get a little ticket that you can vote on your favorite food, and the winner of the competition will get recognized.
Don't forget to make it out to the cafeteria on Tuesday, February 13th from 6 to 7:30 with a canned food to be a part of this exclusive event. For HHS In Depth, I'm Kelsey Nutter.
There's no whether or not this week, but Garrett Willis is back with a 2-minute drill where you'll learn all about our gymnastics team.
Hello Homestead, I'm Garrett Willis and it's time for the 2-minute drill. Today marks the beginning of an event that unites the entire world, the Olympics. All people of different nationalities, cultures, and races can unite and all root together against the Canadian hockey team. But with this year being an Olympic winter year, we are still 2 years away from the 2020 Summer Games in Tokyo. One of the sports each summer in the Olympics which catches a lot of the attention of American fans is gymnastics, as I particularly take wonder in how some of these gymnasts are able to do things with their bodies that I can only dream about. The same goes for the gymnastics team here at Homestead, and they are this week's featured team.
The gymnastics team is in the heart of the regular season schedule, as all the gymnasts on the team have been able to sense development so far this year.
At this point in the season, we've been pretty successful. After losing a senior last year, we've kind of made up for that loss, and we actually won Invitational last weekend, so we're doing great, I think.
So this season we recently scored our season high, which was a 109, and we're hoping to keep our scores up there. We've been kind of struggling being consistent, but we're hoping that we can stay at the top throughout the rest of the season.
With so many different events in the sport, different people specialize in different events, as this helps each of the gymnasts improve their individual skills. They would rather be good in one event than mediocre in 3.
They all require different skills and different strengths. I specialize in one of them just because beam is my favorite, and normally your favorite one you normally exceed more in.
For one, bars requires all arm strength and floor is more tumbling. And so like if you have cheerleading experience, floor is your thing. You don't usually like bars. It depends on your own personal preferences and what your strong suits are.
With only 3 meets left before the sectional, there are many areas the gymnasts have set their sights on improving, along with specific goals for performance.
Some of their goals is to stick our beam routines and have a no-fall meet and just get a higher score and hopefully get some new skills that will increase our scores to make it to state.
Our goal for the team is just to get as high as we can. We do have a lot of potential to beat the school record, so we're really going to work towards that.
With so many events that are available to the athletes, each one has taken their preference on which one is the best. So I just had to ask their opinion on which takes the cake for their favorite in a meet.
The best event is beam.
Well, in my opinion, the best event is bars. Like, I just love it.
In my opinion, floor is the best event because that's the only event that I do.
The girls keep moving along in their schedule after their meet at Carroll last Wednesday, as they'll next be in action at Concordia on Monday.
A warm congratulations goes out to the members of the Lady Spartans swim and dive teams as they took home the sectional championship last weekend. The dive regionals were earlier this week, as Homestead has several swimmers and divers advancing to the state finals at IUPUI tomorrow. The venue is fantastic, so if you've never been to the Aquatic Center at IUPUI, I would encourage you to go out and support your swimmers tomorrow. Also, good luck to the wrestlers who advanced to the regional last weekend, as many Spartans will be wrestling at the semi-state at the Allen County War Memorial Coliseum tomorrow. And lastly, your Spartan basketball team is in action again tonight as they take their undefeated conference record out to Concordia, as they'll be taking on the Cadets at the Cage. Tip-off of the JV game is at 6 o'clock with the varsity game immediately to follow. Your quote of the week comes from John Gruden, as he said, "You never stay the same, man. You're only getting better or getting worse, man." That'll do it for this week's edition of the 2-Minute Drill. I'm Garrett Willis. Enjoy your weekend. I'll see you right back here next Friday.
Well, that wraps up this edition of HHS In Depth. I'm Kelsey Nutter.
And I'm Reagan Jones. Thank you for watching today.
And now here are this week's Pictures of the Week.
To have your photo in the running for Picture of the Week, just email us a high-resolution photo in landscape mode with your name and grade level to hhsindepth@gmail.com.
Today we leave you a song exclusive to Homestead's radio station, the .91 FM.
Have a great weekend, and we'll see you back here next Friday.
I'm standing in the street now, and I carry his guitar. And I can't